Hi guys, it's Tiffany here. I want to do a quick video to talk about my experience of getting an Hermes appointment in Paris. So a couple weeks ago, I was in Paris for the Paris Olympics, which is the most amazing experience I've ever had. And I thought, I'm in the city, I might as well try my luck at the Hermes appointment system. I had very, very little faith that I would get an appointment because I've tried in the past and I've never been able to score one. So I tried my first day getting there, didn't get appointment, second day didn't get appointment, third day super lucky, landed appointment, and the store that I was able to land an appointment is at the Sèvres location, which is not their flagship one, but it's the store that I've had purchasing experience. It's on the left bank of Paris, and it's such a beautiful location. They have this great architecture because that location actually used to be a swimming pool, which is super cool. So brief background on, my purchasing history at Hermes. So in Paris, I have bought a few things from my past trips there. I've bought a pair of shoes, I bought a couple of bits and bobs at the Sèvres store, but I wouldn't say I have a major, purchasing history, so I don't think that really factored in on whether or not I got an appointment. I have heard though that some people go to the store and they spend a ton and then their sales associate gives them a leather appointment. That personally was not my experience. I didn't shop at all at the store the 2 days before that I was trying to get an appointment. I just purely applied through the lottery system and I was very lucky to get an appointment. But nonetheless, I was super excited to go in. So my appointment was right in the beginning at 10:30 in the morning. So basically when the store opens, I line up about a minute or two right before a store opens. They open it up. There's, I'd say 5 to 7 people in front of me. And I can tell they don't have appointments. They're trying to go early to see if they can slot themselves in. Since I already had an appointment scheduled, I just went straight to the leather desk downstairs and they were able to seat me at the leather appointment area. And after I was seated, a very nice lady came and asked me if I wanted water and my partner if he wanted anything to drink. So that was a really wonderful experience. We were kind of just waiting there for a couple of minutes and we saw a bunch of people coming to the desk, basically trying to get a leather appointment. And some people were very persistent, but the staff were like, hey, like we can't let you in if you're not part of the system. Basically you just can't get an appointment. So that was pretty much the response to everyone that I saw. I saw about 5 or 10 people get turned away. So once I was seated with my drink for about 5 or 10 minutes, a lovely sales associate comes over. He is very kind, and he basically asked me, Madame, like, what are you looking for today? And I was like, this might be a one-in-a-lifetime experience for me. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to land an appointment with Hermes. So I just told him straight up, I was very honest, like I like crossbody bags. My top of my list is a mini Kelly. A Kelly 25 would be second. And then for third option would be a Constance or a mini Really, because I don't do well with top handle. So a Pico 10 or a Birkin honestly are kind of out of the question for me because that just doesn't really fit in my lifestyle and what works for me. I was then also very honest about color. I told him that I like neutral colors. So I said gold, I told him black, etan. Those were all great for me, but I was pretty much open to any neutral. I like Togo and Epson leather, and hardware I was very flexible with. I also did mention that I was open to some pastel colors. So from previous collections, they've had like a beautiful baby blue, like Blue Broom. I said that was a color I really loved. And I could also do like a pastel green. So that's pretty much what I told him. And he was very inquisitive. He asked a lot of questions. And basically he was like, let me go take a look in the back and I'll come back to you. So about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes after I told him what I wanted, he comes back and he tells me, Madam, there are no Kellys or Constances that I can offer you. I was a little bummed out. He said, I can offer you this bag. And I immediately was like, wah, wah, wah. Am I not want to purchase a bag at the only Hermes appointment I'm able to store? I was starting to feel like dread and disappointment because I knew I was not going to buy the bag he was offering me. But then he said, but I also have a couple mini Rulies I can show you. And that's when I got really excited. And I basically completely ignored the first model that he was going to offer me and said, yes, please show me the mini Ruly that you have. So mind you, I go into the appointment, I'm wearing an outfit all white, this white beautiful maxi dress, and he comes in and brings out a gorgeous mini Ruly in literally a stark white color and palladium hardware. It was so stunning. I looked at it and I could immediately tell he was inspired probably by my outfit. And I've seen online from a couple YouTubers that have said what you wear can influence the colors that are offered to you. And that definitely happened with me. I tried it on, super excited about it, but then I started thinking, you know, I primarily wear gold, rose gold, like that's the hardwares I typically go for, and you know, metal colors that I go for with my jewelry. And I was like, this might be a little bit too cool tone for me, and most of my clothes too, I didn't know if a stark white bag might just be a little too white for me. Nonetheless, the bag was so beautiful, and it was in swift leather. But I could tell that he knew I was not sure about the bag. And he basically said, Madam, you know, I might have another Ruly for you. And I was like, okay, I would love to see this other Ruly. So he packs up the first one because they're not able to show you two bags at a time, or at least that's what he told me. So he brings out another box, and it's this gorgeous Ruly in gris pale and perma brass hardware. So perma brass hardware is basically a champagne gold hardware, and gris pale is literally the palest shade of gray that you can think of. It's a really good comp for Hermes color mushroom or nada. It's in that same family. It's not stark white. It's got a little bit of color, and with the perma brass hardware and that champagne gold hardware color, it just was a slightly warmer alternative to the first mini Ruly, although they were both very similar. And I immediately saw it and I was like, this is the one for me, because I've been wanting a light colored bag, primarily, you know, like a whitish or creamish color bag for a while, and I knew I wanted it in a gold hardware. So when I saw this mini Ruly, I just knew in my gut this was the one I was going to go for. So you guys probably now want to see the bag, and it comes in this little cute dust bag. This is what it, ooh, I should probably take this felt off. Give me 1 second. But it's so pretty. Let me take this felt off. This is the mini Ruly in gris pale and gris pale and perma brass hardware. It's so pretty. Look at that hardware color. That champagne gold goes so well with my jewelry. And the mini Ruly is the size I prefer because it just looks perfect. Like, it's the perfect size on my frame. The other size, the size up of Ruly is just a little bit too big for me. I would say this is very comparable in size to, if you shop from Celine, the teen size for Celine. And here is the strap. So the mini Ruly can be worn crossbody, which is the standard way. The strap is not adjustable, but you can double it so that you can wear a shoulder strap, and then you can also tuck it in and wear this as a clutch. I've always really liked the design because It's a little bit more understated than the Constance, which has a very noticeable Hermes logo. This is a little bit more understated, and people only know if it's Hermes if they're, you know, true shoppers at the store. All in all, I'm super excited to add this bag to my collection. I definitely feel like I've been bitten by the Hermes bug, which is quite dangerous. But all in all, I'm very happy, and I'm very happy I was offered a bag that I actually wanted to buy, because if it was not a bag in the specifications that I gave him, I would not have purchased it. Like, even if he offered me like a Birkin, I just would have said no, because that's just not what I wanted. So I think the sales associates are, you know, trained really well, so they do listen to what you want and try to give you something within the parameters that you set. So I would say my biggest tip is to be flexible. Don't give too specific of a parameter, because they most likely won't be able to meet it, but you also have to stay true to yourself. Like, if they offered me a mini ruly in a super colorful color, I would have not purchased the bag, but luckily it was a neutral. It was a light neutral, and it had champagne gold hardware, so I was very lucky in that sense. I hope you guys liked this video and found it informative. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. And please like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!